technical difficulties, so the beginning tends to get a little cut out. So I leave a little dead space there, and then I start by rambling a little bit. So you guys won't miss the beginning anymore. So today, I'm going to talk about focus a little bit. Again, this is the Life Next Level YouTube channel. Please comment below if you have any thoughts on anything, or want to ask questions, answer the questions, or if there's anything else I can touch on personal growth, personal development, motivation, you name it, mindset. I love talking about this stuff. It's my jam. But today we're going to talk about focus and its importance in your success and getting anything done, big or small. When we have something, especially, again, if we're jumping outside our comfort zone and into our growth zone, our brains start to freak out. We think of all the bad that can happen. What if we lose our money? What happens? What are people going to think if we fail? Oh my gosh, I'm going to spend all the time on this and it's not going to work. And our brains just focus on that. And I'm sure that you've had that where you're sitting at your computer and you just start daydreaming about what's going to happen if you fail. And then you walk around and you act like you're failing. You walk with your head down as if you've already failed. And I have more stories about that. But what I really want to talk about today is the phrase, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And that's incredibly true. So if you are just focused on the negative and what could happen if you fail, that's what's going to happen, because that's all you can focus on. And I realize that for a lot of us, this is a problem for most of us, because that's what our brains tend to do, because our brains are trying to keep us safe. They don't care about success or happiness. They just want to keep us safe. And if we go outside of our comfort zone, our brains freak the hell out. And so, where your focus goes, your energy flows. So in NASCAR, they teach you when you are training to become a driver and you get into an uncontrolled spin, the first thing everyone wants to do is look at the wall, because it's what they want to avoid. And inevitably, they hit that wall because that's where their focus is. Even though their focus is on trying to avoid it, that's where they go. So what they try to teach you is to focus on the open road. Stop focusing on the wall, focus on the good, focus on the good that could happen. And that's a really good lesson for everyday life. If you're doing something, whether it's a project for work that's incredibly hard, whether it's a career change, whether it's something big and drastic, if you focus on the negative, that's where you're going to head. And it takes work. Don't get me wrong, like meditation and visualization, all of which I'll talk about on this channel. But, and it takes repetitive work to get your mind to start focusing on the positive that could happen. So instead of focusing all the time on what could happen if you fail, focus on what could happen if you succeed. What are all the great things that could happen? Instead of focusing on all the money you could lose, what about all the money you could make? Instead of focusing on the negative of asking someone out, focus on the positive. Because when you start to focus on the positive, does it guarantee success? No. But I will tell you what, there's a hell of a better chance of succeeding if you focus on the positive versus focusing on the negative. So it's all an odds play. So again, focus. Where the focus goes, the energy flows. Think about that with whatever you're working on. And when you find yourself focusing on the negative, snap out of it and start focusing on something positive and really ingrain that. In fact, I would do it every morning. But again, we'll talk about visualization techniques in a later episode. But again, remember today, every day, where the focus goes, the energy flows. All right. Appreciate you. And we'll talk to you next time.